Hi there, my name's Rob Norris and I want to thank you for coming over to look at this presentation about GCC Group. Now I'm just going to explain a little bit more about it, but first of all I want to introduce myself, my background. As I say, my name's Rob Norris and I've been in network marketing in the industry since 2008. So as you can imagine there, that's a fair amount of time. I've been in a few businesses. I've grown some teams, got some good sized teams there, and I've helped a lot of people be able to work from home. So I came into this opportunity just recently. Okay, I was introduced to it and spoke to the CEO, a guy called Jan Paspol. Okay, an amazing guy, and he sat down with me and explained how this business worked, how it's different from others, and how people can get involved and get access to it. Now, I want to break it down in a second, but I just want to explain about the company there. The company's been around since September 2015, and it's in 146 countries at the moment. So it's a worldwide business, and it's had a little bit of stability. Okay, it's not just a completely new business. Okay, it's gone through what I class is the teething stages and the starting stages within a business, and it's stable. So it's just been launched into the UK. And what it allows people to do, I'm going to break down into the three sections. The first section is the products. The second section is the currency and the money. And the third section is the future and the technology. Now, the first section, what are the products? This is probably what I class as the most important part of it there, is if you can imagine an umbrella. All right, it's what they call the Eco 24. That's the name of the umbrella or the platform. Now, within that, you've got different products and services that people can purchase. So they've got travel. So if you want to get a holiday or some travel, then you can get some fantastic deals on there and you make a saving just on that. You also got household and grocery shopping. So, the demand for household and grocery shopping is massive. Everyone does it, which is fantastic. You've also got a gaming and gambling part, okay, which is a very, very big part in the industry alone. And you've got cashback. Okay, and there's more things that are coming onto the platform. So if you think about it as when people purchase any of the products, they're going to make a transaction. And when the transaction's been made, part of that transaction is going back to the GCC Group. All right, so anyone across the world, anyone who makes a transaction, that is shared back, part of that transaction fee is shared back to the people, which I think is fantastic there. So, you don't have to do anything to earn income. You will get part of that income coming to you just by the transaction. Okay, so it's shared around. The thing I like about it is you've got different products that people can get which are in demand, and you've got a chance of earning income by not doing anything yourself in that. Now, when you go to some companies, you have to keep purchasing products and stay active that way. This way you don't, and I'll explain more a bit about that later. Now, the second part is the currency. Okay, now the currency they use is what we call cryptocurrency. Now, GCC Group have got their own coin, okay, which is called a cryptocurrency coin, GCC coin. And what that is, it allows people to purchase products or services with those coins. It also allows them to have that as an investment. So the coins are going to go on exchange pretty soon, and they will start up at a value, a level. And with the supply and demand of people purchasing the products and the services and making those transactions, the coins will go up in value. So just as you've got those coins, you will find that alone will increase in its value. So that's a great way of having some security within a business. So not only are you getting income from obviously the transactions and part of that, you've also got the coins, which will be something that will go up in value. Okay, which I think is fantastic. Now, the third part is the future. What is the future there? It's what we call 3D technology. Now, within GCC Group, there are 3D technology printers and parts of it that people will get access to. Now, I wasn't aware of 3D technology, and when I came home and spoke to my wife about it, I said, "Did you know much about it?" She said, "Yeah, Asda are going to be launching that." And I looked at it, and there's some videos you can see there, and it's amazing. You can, with 3D technology, you can actually build a house, a car. It can come from any material. So gold, silver, platinum, anything you can think of, these printers can actually build real items. Okay, so, that's a real powerful thing. And what the experts have said is within 5 to 10 years, 20% of manufacturing is going to be used by 3D technology. It's fantastic. So that's the thing about, that I like about it. All right. So there's the three parts of it. Now, if you think back at the products, what is in demand? What are people, travel, shopping, electrical, okay, cashback, gaming, all these things, and there's more coming, is what people will purchase. So every time someone makes a transaction, that is getting shared back. The cryptocurrency is something that is going to be the future and going forwards, and it's here now. And when people see this and use this, they're going to understand it's a very powerful way of getting that income. In the UK banks, the transaction fees for the currency we use at the moment is crazy, where the transaction fee with cryptocurrency is so much less and it's instant. So it's very, very powerful. So they're the three areas within GCC Group. Now, when people get involved, they start off, they need to be what we call an affiliate, which is €50. And the starting package that you can get to get involved is €88. So you need an affiliate package for any package you get. And then you would buy the package, which is obviously additional euros. And the euros and the packages go up in stages there. So what you're looking to do is to hit a certain level, a certain package, to open up what we call a binary system. And this is how we get paid. So everyone who comes in, when you get access to the binary system, will get paid for introducing people to a business. That's how network marketing works. So 20% of anyone's order, their first order, will go back to the person who introduced them. That's paid by the company. Now, the person who's above them, their upline, will get 3% of that as well. And it's what we call an upline assisted bonus. And the person above them, they will also get an upline assisted bonus of 2%. So 25% is going back from that purchase of that first and people joining the business, which I think is fantastic there. They've also got a binary system, which is a two-leg thing. And what happens is you will get people put into your group and your team in both legs. Obviously, you're going to introduce people, but you've got people, if you think about it, obviously it starts at one, and then obviously people below them will need to build as well. So when you built your two, you're going to have to then put people underneath that you've introduced into your team. So I think it's a very, very effective way of helping people to build a business. It works really, really well. We've also got, when people rank up and get promoted, what normally happens is they're the ones that benefit. They get a pay rise and it's fantastic, which is great. But the people who have helped them get there don't really get anything. But what Jan and the company want to do, this is where it's different than any other opportunity I've seen before, is they want to, congratulate and thank the people that are in your organisation for doing that and helping you get there. So what they will do is when you get ranked up, your team will get paid by the company to do that. So it's given back to the community. It's not just that person, which I think is really, really good. And for me, I'm looking for something that is going to help people. It's got that community feel and it's in demand. So that's the kind of, there's 7 levels that you will also get paid on as well. So it's an amazing marketing plan. I think it's something that works. So anyone globally that actually makes a purchase is doing a transaction. That gets shared around to the whole group, which is phenomenal. It really, really is. Now, here's the thing. The last bit I wanted to say, just to briefly go over it with you, is what you find in other companies. Most of the companies that I've seen, you either have to continuously buy products, what we call auto ships, or buy products to stay active. There's what we call flushing the points. So when you've got to a certain level, you have to do more points to stay level. And if you don't do it in a certain time, it gets wiped out. This doesn't happen. All right, not with GCC Group. There's no monthly fee. There's no annual fee. So you don't have to keep re-qualifying. Okay, and you don't have to buy any purchasing. Okay, you don't have to buy any products. But obviously the products that are there are something that I think is fantastic and it's in demand. So this is the beauty of it. If you've got a company and a product that is the products are in demand, that is what really helps people build businesses there. So that's really an insight into the GCC Group. Okay. Now, what I want you to do, if you want to know more about it and the ins and outs, how to get started, or any more questions there, go back to the person who shared this with you, and write down your questions. ask them, or you can find out, myself. I'll be happy to answer any questions there to give you an understanding of how this works, because obviously anyone that comes into the opportunity, it's an amazing team, amazing support, and that's what I like about it there. And we want to help people obviously have that opportunity to work from home and build an income and build it fairly quickly. Okay, so that's really what I wanted to cover with this today. So I hope you got value from it there. Go back to the person who introduced you to this video and ask you questions there. So my name's Rob Norris. I want to thank you and for spending the time looking at this, and I look forward to speaking to you soon. Take care. Bye.